Welcome to the Bullvine Podcast, your go-to source for inside stories, cutting-edge research, and the latest updates in the world of dairy farming. In this episode, we share a roundup from the 2024 World Dairy Expo. So please grab a glass of milk, sit back, and let's get started with this week's Dairy News Roundup.
Jeffrey Way Hard Rock Twigs, exhibited by Doberiner, Bowen, and P. Conroy from West Salem, Ohio, captured the title of Grand Champion at the International Holstein Show. Twigs first dominated the 4-year-old cow class, paving the way for a senior champion win and ultimately the top accolade of Grand Champion. This victory awards Twigs the esteemed Allen Hetz Grand Champion Trophy and a $1,000 Utter Comfort Grand Champion Award. Meanwhile, Reserve Grand Champion accolades went to Oakfield's Solomon Footloose E.T., exhibited by Showbox Sires and Vieira Dairy from Rudolph, Wisconsin. In the intermediate category, RJR Disc Jockey 7509 ET took home the title of Intermediate Champion as the top senior 3-year-old. This cow is exhibited by Doberiner, P. Conroy, and Butlerview from West Salem. Reserve Intermediate Champion honors went to Ikesdale Porup alongside, showcased by Milk Source Genetics from Kalkuna, Wisconsin. The glowing Junior Champion title was awarded to the magnificent spring yearling, Genesee Altitude Leah. Owned by Doberiner and Bowen, Conroy, Clark Valley, and Osinga of West Salem, Leah made her mark. Meanwhile, Linvale Just Believe in Me, the top fall yearling, snagged the Reserve Junior Champion title. This splendid yearling belongs to Quality Holsteins, Breckenridge, and Agribur of Vaughan, Ontario. Firm Jacobs Inc. of Cap-Sant, Quebec, earned the Premier Breeder honor. Butlerview Farm of Chabance, Illinois, claimed the title of Premier Exhibitor. Firm Petit Clerc et Fils from St. Basile, Quebec, were recognized as both the Premier Breeder and Exhibitor of the Heifer Show. The Premier Sire of the International Holstein Show went to Farnier Delta Lambda ET, while Golden Oaks Master ET stood out as the Premier Sire of the Heifer Show. The prestigious event unfolded under the discerning eyes of official judge Jamie Black of Batavia, New York, and associate judge Aaron Eaton of Marietta, New York, as they evaluated 397 remarkable entries.
Lily wins once again at the International Red and White Show. On Thursday, October 3rd, Premium Apple Crisp Lily Red was named the Grand Champion of the International Red and White Show. Before winning the championship, this remarkable 5-year-old had previously been named Senior Champion. Butlerview Farm, based in Chabance, Illinois, proudly owns Lily. Meanwhile, Gloucester Caliph All-Out Red ET, hailed as the finest aged cow, won the Reserve Grand and Reserve Senior Champion titles under the ownership of Jay Ackley and Donald E. Simpson of East Liberty, Ohio. Cherry Lore Robin P. Red, basking in the limelight, won the Intermediate Championship. This exceptional yearling in milk, owned by Philip McCormick of Millmont Paw, received the renowned Eugene Nelson Intermediate Champion Award. Close followed came Wildwood Warrior Maui Red from Elmview Farm in Johnstown, New York, who won the senior 3-year-old category and was named Reserve Intermediate Champion. Not to be outdone, Milk Source A. Tierney Red claimed the Junior Champion title. Clark Valley, Pierre Boulay, and Jeff and Jim Butler of Woodville, Ontario, jointly own this magnificent fall heifer calf. She received the Norman E. Magnuson Memorial Award. She was closely followed by Reserve Junior Champion Red Violet, the North Red, a spectacular winter heifer calf owned by Haley Abraham and Ella Spinolis of Harvard, Illinois. Elmview Farm of Johnstown, New York, won the Premier Exhibitor Award, while Milk Source Genetics LLC of Kuna, Wisconsin, was named Premier Breeder. Betley Family Farms of Pulaski, Wisconsin, won Premier Breeder honors for their heifer competition, while Raincrest Farm and Fly Higher Holsteins of Corfu, New York, won Premier Exhibitor. Famiar Altitude Red ET was named Premier Sire, while Mr. Blondin Warrior Red ET retained his title as Premier Sire of the Heifer Show for the 3rd consecutive year. Official Kevin Doberiner of West Salem, Ohio, and Assistant Judge Adam Hodgins of Kincardine, Ontario, Canada, oversaw the competition as they carefully examined the 325 submissions.
One exceptional cow drew the judges' attention during an exciting International Junior Red and White Show presentation. Cherry Lore Robin P. Red was declared the winning yearling in milk and dominated the competition, capturing intermediate and grand champion titles on Thursday, October 3rd. Philip McCormick of Millmont, Pennsylvania, owns this outstanding animal, who has received the coveted Lillian and Keith King and Jim King Grand Champion of the Junior Show Award, as well as the $650 Utter Comfort Grand Champion Award. Gloucester Roll-A-Dice Red, owned by Delaney, Callie, and Cooper Barber of DeWitt, Iowa, is the top selection in the senior 3-year-old class and stands proudly by her with Reserve Intermediate and Reserve Grand Champion titles. Nilly Jen Rager Donut Red, owned by Madison and Tyler J. Soden of Susquehanna, Pennsylvania, won the senior championship. Close behind her was Milk Source Awesome Time Red, owned by Tristan Ostrom of Kaukauna Wiz, with Donut and Time finishing first and second among juniors in the 4-year-old category, respectively. For the junior champion title, Red Violet, the North Red ET, a successful winter heifer calf, stood out. Haley Abraham and Ella Spiniolis of Harvard, Illinois, own North, which won the award. Meanwhile, Ocean View Sweeter in Red, the winning summer yearling heifer, was named Reserve Junior Champion. Kaylee Gillette of Algoma, Wisconsin, is the pleased owner. Official Judge Kevin Dobriner of West Salem, Ohio, and Assistant Judge Adam Hodgins of Kincardine, Ontario, Canada, carefully assessed 129 junior submissions.
Spring Hill Kojak Uno ETV continues her reign as the grand and senior champion of the International Guernsey Show at the World Dairy Expo, snagging the titles for the second consecutive year. This distinguished 6-year-old and older cow, owned by Melander, Robtham, and Smith Crest of Watertown Wiz, has been awarded the Allen Hetz Grand Champion Trophy and a $1,000 Utter Comfort Grand Champion Award. The title of Reserve Grand Champion was earned by Prairie Gem GD Lincoln ETV, an intermediate champion and senior 2-year-old cow owned by Glamourview Farms of Walkersville, Mendeed. Following Uno, Naps Diglegal Qualities Queenie took the Reserve Senior Champion spot, proudly owned by Lauren Nelson and Richard Giddings of Brandon VT, while the Reserve Intermediate Champion accolade was snapped up by Naps AP Tesla ETV, the winning summer junior 2-year-old, presented by Emmett Vanoy, Tree Wright, and Katie Osterritter of Eminence, Kai. Spotlighting young talent, Golden Pines GD Butterbraid ETV secured the junior champion title in the International Guernsey Show, impressively claiming the Norman E. Magnuson Memorial Award while being exhibited by Suzanne Benoit, Michael Meyer, and Jesse and Kylie Muse of Stiddizer Wiz. However, it didn't stop there. 4 Winds VG Channel Charisma ETV, a winning fall heifer calf owned by Valley Gem and 4 Winds of Cumberland Wiz, took the Reserve Junior Champion title. Spring Hill from Big Prairie, Ohio, dominated as the premier breeder, premier exhibitor, and premier exhibitor of the heifer show. The premier breeder of the heifer show accolade went to Golden Pines, Kaylee and Kelsey Hagg, and Gold Rush Guernseys out of Dane Wiz. Meanwhile, Indian Acres American Pie reigned as premier sire, with Spring Hill James Dean ETV taking premier sire of the heifer show. Official evaluations of the 211 entries were expertly performed by Judge Lynn Harbaugh of Marion Wiz and Associate Judge Herbie Lutz of Chester SC.
Still basking in her glory, the junior 4-year-old Hollow View Tank Tilly triumphantly claimed the Grand Champion title of the International Junior Guernsey Show right after being named Senior Champion on October 3rd. This outstanding cow, owned by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl Paw, was awarded the Lillian and Keith King and Jim King Grand Champion Junior Show Award and a $650 Utter Comfort Grand Champion Award. The Reserve Grand Champion honor was earned by High Gern View Asia's Africa, owned by Elena Dinderman of Orangeville, Ill, marking a prestigious 2-year streak. Grabbing the intermediate champion title was Hickman Valley's S. Blakely, owned by Brittany Taylor, and Grace and Layla Schuler from New Glarus Wiz, shining in the junior 3-year-old cow class. The Reserve Intermediate Champion nod went to Millbridge JCPenney Sassafras, owned by Sarah Foreman of Meriden NH, recognized as the senior 2-year-old cow class junior winner. Not to be overshadowed, the International Junior Guernsey Show's junior champion honors were captured by RHG Villa Breezy Venus ET, leased by Allison Gartman and owned by Dominic Pritzel of Sheboygan Wiz, exhibiting her winning presence as a winter yearling heifer. Reserve Junior Champion honors went to Naps RC Torpedo Bonus ETV, proudly owned by Dylan and Cameron Ryan, alongside B, R, C, and L. Fairy of Fond du Lac Wiz. Judge Lynn Harbaugh and Associate Judge Herbie Lutz carefully evaluated these 82 junior entries, ensuring a fair and thorough competition.
You'll be thrilled that SS Debs 929, proudly owned by Landon Knapp from Epworth, Iowa, was crowned Grand and Senior Champion at the esteemed 2024 International Brown Swiss Show. This impressive cow also claimed the coveted title of Component Merit Cow, bringing home the prestigious Allen Hetz Grand Champion Trophy, alongside the $1,000 Utter Comfort Grand Champion Prize. The Reserve Grand Champion honor was awarded to Brown Heaven Carter Tuddy, owned by Brian Pacheco of Kerman, California, after a stellar performance in the aged cow class. The junior 2-year-old pit crew daredevil Shay stole the spotlight in the intermediate champion category. Owned by Pit Crew Genetics in Cambridge, Minnesota, Shay deservedly earned the Eugene Nelson Intermediate Champion Award. Following closely was the summer junior 2-year-old Just So D Tangerine from Just So Farm, Lake Mills, Wisconsin, taking the title of Reserved Intermediate Champion. Genlar Rasta Westland ETV made waves as the junior champion, dazzling the audience with her elegance as the winning fall yearling heifer. She was owned by Seamers Holsteins Farm, Inc. in Newton, Wisconsin, and was honored with the Norman E. Magnuson Memorial Award. Not far behind, Reserve Junior Champion recognition went to Pit Crew Collapse Talista, the standout winter yearling heifer leased by Allison Foss and owned by Pit Crew Genetics from Cambridge, Minnesota. Brown Heaven of Verchères, Quebec, Canada, proudly claimed the title of Premier Breeder. Meanwhile, Just So Farm of Lake Mills, Wisconsin, earned the accolade of Premier Exhibitor. Hilltop Acres B Daredevil ET was distinguished as the Premier Sire. The esteemed Opsal JH and Black Ridge Genetics of Blue Mounds, Wisconsin, were acknowledged as Premier Breeder and Exhibitor of the Heifer Show. Official Judge Philip Topp from Botkins, Ohio, conducted the meticulous evaluation of 379 entries, with Associate Judge Caleb Cruz from Dyersville, Iowa, lending his expertise.
The International Junior Brown Swiss Show spotlighted a stunning pair of senior champions who clinched the titles of Grand and Reserve Grand Champion. Grand Champion accolades were bestowed upon the 4-year-old cow class winner, Twin County Famous Diamond. Alongside her illustrious title, she captivated the audience by securing the Lillian and Keith King and Jim King Grand Champion of the Junior Show Award and the $650 Utter Comfort Grand Champion Award. Dakota Fraley proudly owns Diamond from Reedsburg Wiz. The esteemed Greystone Kingpin Gitana, the victor among the aged cows, 6-year-old and over category, earned the Reserve Grand Champion title. Amelia Summers owns this remarkable bovine from Walton, NY. Glory went to Pit Crew Phantom Nikita in the intermediate division as the junior 2-year-old class winner. Leased by Allison Foss and owned by Pit Crew Genetics, Cambridge, Min, Nikita shone brilliantly. La Rainbow Sweet Sangria, ETV, captured the title of Reserve Intermediate Champion in the summer junior 2-year-old class, with ownership shared among Brody Jackson, Blake, and Garrett Hill of Cattaraugus, NY. The award for Junior Champion was claimed by the winning summer yearling heifer, Pit Crew Collapse Talista, another gem leased by Allison Foss and owned by Pit Crew Genetics, Cambridge, Min. Meanwhile, M&M Carter Sage, the winning winter yearling heifer, was celebrated as Reserve Junior Champion, belonging to M&M Swiss Jacobs and Levi Stuessel from Alma Center Wiz. Official Judge Philip Topp from Botkins, Ohio, brought expertise to the competition, and Associate Judge Caleb Cruz from Dyersville, Iowa, had the challenging yet rewarding task of evaluating a remarkable 158 entries.
Welcome to the heart of the dairy industry, where the World Dairy Expo turns into a celebration of quality, innovation, and heritage. Each year, the industry holds its breath as the Supreme Champion Awards are given, establishing the benchmark and shaping dairy industry trends globally. These renowned honors, which reflect the crowned cow's excellent quality and genetic excellence, represent the passion and unwavering pursuit of perfection shared by dairy farmers and breeders worldwide. Have you ever wondered how these titles affect the industry and the future of dairy farming? Let us go into the joy and pride of being awarded Supreme Champion at this prestigious event. Stony Point Joel Bailey's pursuit to become the Supreme Champion is no exception. What distinguishes Bailey in a multitude of approximately 2,600 animals? Let us go into his exciting story. Bailey's background. Owned by the famed Vieira Dairy Farms of Hilmar, California, Bailey was more than simply a competitor. He was a pioneer. Bailey, a West Coast native, was distinguished as a top-tier Holstein to whom others aspired. With an exceptional lineage and exquisite grooming, Bailey demonstrated excellence and devotion to perfection. The significance of Vieira Dairy Farms. Bailey's victory represents a watershed moment for the company. He is the first Supreme Champion from the West Coast since 2002, demonstrating the farm's dedication to breeding quality and innovation. This triumph elevates Vieira Dairy to the world stage. It generates increased respect for West Coast dairies, sometimes eclipsed by their eastern rivals.
The Holstein Junior Champion, Leah's success at the World Dairy Expo was more than a personal accomplishment. It was the result of the efforts of a determined group of owners who saw her potential. Gency Altitude, Leah's path to becoming the Supreme Champion heifer was far from ordinary. Her victorious entrance into the limelight was memorable, particularly with the new split Supreme ceremony adding to the event's thrill and anticipation. But what does the split ceremony signify for the competition? The World Dairy Expo customarily honors its Supreme Champion in a single big ceremony. This year, the ceremony was partitioned pleasantly, enabling heifers like Leah to shine independently. This strategy emphasizes the superiority of these young bovines. It gives them a fair platform to be recognized apart from their more mature peers. This is a win-win situation. Leah's stunning success results from a collaboration of forward-thinking entrepreneurs in West Salem, Ohio, Doberiner and Bowen, Conroy, Clark Valley, and Osinga. Their investment, passion, and conviction in Leah's potential demonstrate the necessary collaboration and commitment to achieve success in the dairy sector. This collaborative ownership model is a developing trend in the business, where cooperation and collaboration are essential for success.
The junior show made a big splash at the World Dairy Expo 2024. Pacific Edge VIP Tessa ET took home the title of Supreme Champion Cow at the show's conclusion. A great accomplishment. Tessa, owned by Brent Rocha and Colton Seals of Tillamook, Orr, is a triumph for the owners and a massive encouragement to all young dairy enthusiasts. On the heifer side, the pit crew collapsed. Tallista created history as the Supreme Champion heifer. This brown Swiss summer yearling, leased by Allison Foss, drew much attention and praise since it was the first brown Swiss to win this category since 2018. The legacy of pit crew genetics resonates in Tallista's victory, encouraging aspiring younger competitors to anticipate their turn in the limelight. These awards recognize more than triumph. They demonstrate the future generation's hard work, devotion, and enthusiasm. For young participants, such victories are more than simply milestones. They shape their future careers in the dairy business. After watching these triumphs, juniors acquire confidence and resolve to advance the dairy business.
The spotlight at the World Dairy Expo wasn't just on the champions. The reserve champions also played a crucial role. Take a moment to consider premium apple crisp Lily Red, who claimed the title of Reserve Supreme Champion. Owned by Butlerview Farm of Shabance, Illinois, Lily Red stood out as the grand champion of the International Red and White Show. What made Lily's performance noteworthy? Lily demonstrated exceptional qualities sought after in dairy judging, helping Butlerview Farm to solidify its reputation in the competitive dairy industry. Turning our attention to the heifers, Milk Source A Tierney Red ET emerged as a strong presence in the division, seizing the Reserve Supreme Champion heifer title. Owned by Clark Valley, Pierre Boulay, and Jeff and Jim Butler from Woodville, Ontario, this stylish red and white fall heifer calf illustrates a promising future in dairy genetics. For her owners, Tierney Red represents a valuable investment in both quality breeding and competitive success. Both reserve champions remind us of the endurance and passion that fuel the dairy industry, encouraging their owners and breeders to strive for excellence.
The World Dairy Expo's sparkle and splendor would only be as brilliant with the vital assistance of its sponsors. Behind every magnificent heifer and champion cow is a list of organizations and people dedicated to assisting the dairy industry. Transova Genetics, a company known for its cutting-edge genetic innovations, leads the sponsorship circuit. Their support consistently raises the dairy excellence we see each year. Golden Calf Company has contributed significantly to the event by concentrating on professional growth and technical breakthroughs in the sector. Their assistance demonstrates a dedication to developing the next generation of dairy stars. The DeWall family and the Michael Hellenbrand Memorial Fund provide a personal touch to these prizes, demonstrating their unshakable commitment to honoring their heritage and fostering long-term prosperity in dairy farming. Scott and Nikki Culbertson and Ebert Enterprises LLC have committed their support in a genuine demonstration of community solidarity. Their participation exemplifies the strength of community and teamwork, reflecting the shared values that unite the dairy industry. Dwayne T. Cole, DDS, continues to support the expo, demonstrating how various contributors beyond the usual dairy area may provide significant value. His support demonstrates the power and breadth of the dairy industry network. Together, these sponsors bring to life the goals of many new farmers and experienced breeders, transforming the World Dairy Expo into an event and flourishing ecosystem of shared aims and exceptional accomplishments.
The World Dairy Expo 2024 honored winners such as Bailey and Leah, emphasizing competition's critical role in recognizing excellence and promoting innovation in dairy production. Events like this instill a sense of rivalry and development, motivating breeders to push the frontiers of genetics and animal welfare. As we marvel at these incredible accomplishments, we must consider how the future of dairy farming will change in response to technological and breeding breakthroughs. Will these contests continue to set the benchmark for excellence, or will new difficulties define their impact on the industry? The answers may alter dairy farming for future generations.
Joan Seidel of Fleetwood Paw was yesterday the fifth woman to win the 33rd Klussendorf-Mackenzie Award at WDE. The award is given in memory of Duncan Mackenzie, the 1961 Klussendorf winner. Elite Dairy, Lylehaven, Rouen, Pappy's, Cormdale, Snyder's Homestead, Brygene Farms, Woodmansey Holsteins, Tumbleweed, Green Meadows, Friendship Farm, and Pintail Point are among the farms that Joan has worked for. She spends almost 300 days on the road each year, preparing cattle for shows, sales, and classifications. Joan's story began on her family dairy farm in Avon, NY, when she started showing from 9 years old. She has won numerous All-New York and Junior All-New York awards. As she transitioned from junior Holstein activities, Joan hit the road working for Bennett Farms and Rouen Dairy. Her early mentors included John Bennett and Lewis Porter. Joan and her husband Doug formed the Camelot Cattle Company, which won numerous All-American nominations. During these days, the Camelot Cattle Company was known for winning multiple WDE herdsmanship awards. Character is an essential qualification for the Duncan Mackenzie Award. Joan is generous with her time and skills, educating and mentoring young people on their cattle's proper care and presentation. When peers speak about Joan, they talk about her outstanding work ethic and attention to detail. Above all, Joan exemplifies strength, character, and an undeniable passion for the dairy industry.
Bujan Farms' Tom Cull had an emotional day at WDE yesterday when he was presented with the highest accolade awarded to a dairy cattle showman in the U.S. The Lemira producer, who farms with his wife Kelly, was presented with the 82nd Klussendorf Award. It is given in memory of Arthur B. Klussendorf, an outstanding showman of his time and an example for all those who have followed him. It recognizes competitors who exemplify great character, sportsmanship, and dedication to dairy cattle shows. The silver trophy was designed by Tiffany Jewelers of New York City. Bujan Farms has been a dominant force in the show ring for the past 2 decades, winning Premier Breeder at WDE 6 times. Its homebred cow, Bujan Red Marker Desire, was the 2005 Grand Champion of the Holstein Show, and Rosier's Blexy Goldwyn ET was the 2017 Supreme Champion. In total, Bujan has exhibited 4 National Supreme Champions, 4 WDE Grand Champions, 4 Royal Winter Fair Grand Champions, 3 North American International Livestock Expo Grand Champions, more than 180 All-American nominations, and more than 80 All-Canadian nominations. Tom quickly recognized Kelly and his father John, who had played a pivotal role in Bujan Farms for many years. To succeed at this level, you must develop a winning team with great players working from the same playbook. Tom has allowed many people to learn from the family's show program, which often showcases upwards of 40 to 50 head of cattle at major dairy shows. Beyond Bujan Farms, Tom gives back. He has been a member of the Wisconsin Holstein Association Executive Show Committee for several years and was a significant contributor to WDE's 5-year Strategic Planning Committee, which convened just 2 years ago. Tom was chosen by the current members of the Klussendorf Memorial Association, first formed in 1937, at its annual meeting held earlier this week in Madison.
Jacob Harbaugh's contribution to the dairy sector was acknowledged when he received the 20th Merle Howard Award at the 57th World Dairy Expo on Friday, October 4th. His enthusiasm and devotion distinguished him as a natural leader among his peers. He began with local cattle shows and proceeded to state, regional, and national displays. He continued to work throughout the epidemic, starting his own fitting company and contributing to sales, displays, and herd classifications. Jacob's skills go beyond livestock. He's a dynamic competitor who competes in speaking contests, Dairy Jeopardy, and Dairy Bowl on a state and national level. His expertise was shown in 4-H dairy cow judging when his county team won the 2023 Wisconsin State Dairy Cow Judging Contest. Jacob's performance at the World Dairy Expo ranked him in the top 25 and earned him All-American status. This young guy, a dedicated dairy exhibitor from Shawano County, won the Reserve Junior Champion of the International Junior Holstein Show with his Holstein Fall Yearling at the 2021 World Dairy Expo. The following year, he won the Junior Champion Brown Swiss Award in both the Junior and Open shows at the Expo's International Brown Swiss Show. This year, his heifer in the Brown Swiss Fall Calf class finished second in the Open show and first in the Junior division. When Jacob isn't on the farm or traveling, you usually find him in Bellevue's barn, preparing heifers of different breeds for competition. His unwavering work ethic significantly adds to Bellevue's success. Jacob is constantly developing and spent a week at the YBS Young Breeder School in Europe this summer. In addition to winning the Merle Howard Award, Jacob was named the Wisconsin FFA's 2023 Star in Agribusiness. The Holstein Association USA recognized him as one of 6 distinguished junior Holstein members this summer. Sarah and Lynn Harbaugh's 19-year-old son is a sophomore at the University of Minnesota, studying animal science with an emphasis on industry and business. Jacob remains involved in the Gopher Dairy Club, the Ag Business Club, and the Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity. The presentation was graced by nearly all past Merle Howard Award winners, including 2004 Robert Teixeira, Turlock Califa, 2005 Matthew Mitchell, Speedwell 10, 2006 Greta Coble, Poplar Grove Ill, 2007 Brandon Ferry, Hilbert Wiz, 2008 Kelly Lee Reynolds, Corfu NY, 2009 Kyle Natsky, Fond du Lac Wiz, 2010 Stephanie Aves Schroeder, Lancaster Wiz, 2011 Karen Anderson Johnson, Litchfield Min, 2012 Cy Conard, Sharon Springs, NY, 2013 Cassie Krull, Merle Howard was a dairy industry legend, having won the Klussendorf Award in 1954. He handled herds and categorized Holsteins before becoming successful in sales and exports. Merle also served as a founding director of the National Dairy Shrine.
Thank you for tuning in to the Bullvine Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode from the World Dairy Expo. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Catch you next time on the Bullvine Podcast, where bovine expertise and community come together.